So I want to show you how to input your work onto Canvas for the ratios exam. Now you don't have to type this out if you don't want to. If you just want to run the risk of giving me the answer, that's fine. But obviously the more work you show me, the more I can grade you on. So it's like, if you just make a simple mistake, I can still give you like 3 out of the possible 5 points. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the equation editor in Canvas. So when you log into your quiz, your questions are going to look like this. I have a sample question for you right here. They said if a widget machine can produce 15 widgets in 2 hours, how many can it produce in 3.5 hours? Okay, so with this one, you should know this is a direct proportion. And just a side note for the exam, all the questions that are inverse proportions, they say inverse proportion. So if the question does not say inverse proportion, it is a direct proportion. But now how I'd show my work on this, you see you got a blank box here. If you hover over this little radical symbol, it says insert math equation. So we can show the setup here. So with this one, I know it's 15 to 2, and then the 3.5. So let me show you how you can input this. So you click this, it should pull up your options here, and if you see we got a fraction, so if I click that, then we put 15 over 2.5, then move over, I'm going to push equals, then I can insert my other fraction. Okay, so we don't know how many widgets, so that'd be x, and then you put 3.5 over here. I'm sorry, I think this was 2, not 2.5. Okay, so now I have my setup, so if I click insert equation, then it shows me the work right there, and it shows me you know how to set it up. Okay, now if you want to take this a step further, because you know the next step is you take 15 times 3.5 and 2 times x, so you can, scroll down to the next line or hit enter, and then you can input what the next will go in the next line. So I'm going to cheat and use my calculator here. So if I do 15 times 3.5, that's 52.5. Okay, so we got 52.5 equals, forgot what the other, what's the other one, 2x. So equals 2x. And you can click that, insert it. Okay. So then you can see right here, we're just kind of typing out a blueprint. It really doesn't take that long, and it builds a bigger safety net for yourself. Okay, so now the last step in this would be to take 52.5 and divide it by 2. So if you just, at the bottom, if you just want to put x equals, or if you want to actually show the math on that too, you can. You could do 52.5, oops, let me see, put the fraction there. You could do 52.5 divided by 2 equals 2x, oops, equals 2x divided by 2. You could do that, break it down even further, because that's technically how I show division on the board. And then you can go to your final answer. Let's see, so let's pull my calculator here again. Move that over here. 52.5 divided by 2. Let's see, that equals 26.25. Okay, so then I could do, for my last step, I could do 26.25 equals x. Okay, so, and with this one, like we've been talking about all week in ratios and proportions, when we look at this one, this answer makes sense because as the hours went up from 2 to 3.5, the number of widgets we can produce went up from 15 to 26.25. Okay, now this is a really, really thorough explanation of how to do all the work. I think to build the biggest safety net for yourself is just write what the initial setup is so I can see what you did as opposed to just going, oh, here's the answer. Because if you got something wrong and I don't know what you did, I can't give you any points or give you any partial points. So I take the time and type all these out, and that's how you're going to input your answers. Okay?